Hi, I'm Jessica Brooks, and I'm here with Cameron Kontos of Kontos Cellars, and he's going to be teaching me a little bit about wine tasting today. But first, I'm going to ask him a few questions. What is the history of your cellars?
My dad started a winery back in 1998, and just fell in love with the winemaking business. I was 18 years old, just a little guy trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. In 2002, I decided to go after it and found a job opening at Kontos Cellars, and I became assistant winemaker, learned as much as I could from my little French winemaker, about 5'0". My brother and I started this venture about a year ago. We started talking about it, got everything in bottle, and we had our first release in December, the barrel tasting.
What is a typical day?
Pretty crazy. Every day during the weekdays I go to Kontos Cellars and then come home, do my emails to try to keep in touch with the people and for this winery. And then on weekends I come here, between my brother and I, it's either we'll come here and one of us will run the tasting room, or I'll go in the back room and take care of the wine. It's not something you take lightly. You know, you got to know what you're getting into when you start a winery. So.
Yeah, you have to have a passion for it. Can you tell me a little bit about why you chose the labels that you did?
My brother was sitting online trying to figure out names, and he came across that the green darner is the state insect.
Oh, really?
Which is the dragonfly. He decided to go with that image because it's a pretty impressive insect. The libelluli name is Greek for dragonfly, so we decided to put the blends under libelluli, and then the straight varietals like the Syrah and the Merlot under Kontos Cellars, which is my last name. The red blend here is the latest blend, which is Greek for with wings. It's also my grandparents' sailboat. We're trying to keep the Greek theme and also bring in family ties.
I think that's really cool. I like that name.
Thank you.
And I'm here with Cameron, and he's going to be teaching me a little bit about wine tasting.
To taste the wine, you want to start off by evaluating the color. For white wines, you can get like the golden hue, the green color, kind of a greenish color to it. You look at it, and when you're ready to swirl it, don't be afraid to stick your nose right inside there. And then you think about what the flavors are, or the smells you're smelling. Apple, anything, just citric side of things. And taste for the flavor part, you swirl it again, smell it just before you taste it, and then don't be afraid to slurp, because that's what to breathe in while you're tasting it. Slurp it and let it roll off your tongue. Wine that's supposed to kind of start off real small and then work its way towards the back palate being bigger. When you taste the citric and also the creaminess to it.
Yeah, I do. That's strange. I would not have thought of that. When you actually evaluate it, it's a totally different experience.
For red wines, if you put it by a white piece of paper, it allows you to really see the colors, and there's different shades of darkness to the wines. Syrahs will typically be a lot darker than the Bordeaux's. And you swirl it and stick your nose in there and smell it. And I can smell like the dark chocolate, the cherries, different kinds of fruits and whatnot. And
now that you mention it, I'll probably smell it.
And a little bit of the kind of smokiness, like a tobacco.
Yeah, it does have that.
So you see the color difference. See how it's much more deeper.
Yeah, it is. It's not quite as translucent as the other one.
But you don't want to say translucent, because that means it's too thin.
Okay. All this is something that I'm going to be thinking about next time I have one. So essentially, if you would like to come out to the tasting room, it is located at
northeast corner of the airport ground. It's a tricky one to find unless you know where you're looking.
Yeah, but it's definitely worth it, so come on out here. I would like to thank you for having me out here and teaching me about wine and also the history of your wine.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So in review, today we've learned the first step of the wine tasting process is to notice the color. It's important to notice the color because it shows the quality, and also it's part of truly experiencing the wine with all of your senses. With the white wines, we notice golden or green hues. With the red wines, There are varying shades of red. Some are deeper and some are a little bit lighter. Then we swirl and smell. In order to fully appreciate the wine, this is a crucial step. Each wine is complex and contains subtle notes and scents. White wines have citrus and creamy attributes, while red wines have smoky, pepper, chocolate, or berry notes. Finally, we taste. The most important part in this step is sucking in the air so that the wine rolls off the tongue. Slurping the wine is crucial in experiencing all the complexities of the blend. The experience is about the sight, the swirl, the scent, the sip, and the slurp.